Many of us have heard about wealth management. There has been significant amount of coverage related to the wealth management events. But do we know enough? Do we know about wealth management in India? Do we want to know some interesting stuff about wealth management? Then come on, let's talk about 5 insights into the wealth management industry in India. Initially, let's touch upon the surface of the industry. As the name suggests, this industry caters to the people at the top of the pyramid. Then it would be interesting to know about the players in the Indian industry who have seen their own wealth swelling in the recent times. After that, let's see how does the Indian wealth market look like as compared to the global market and how is the paradigm shift taking place in our country. Moving forward, let's discuss the opportunities present in the industry where some of us can partner with the future growth. Finally, let's understand about the trends in the Indian wealth market by doing some future gazing. Why not start with a formal definition of wealth management so that we are on the same page? Investopedia defines wealth management as wealth management is an investment advisory service that combines financial services to address the needs of affluent clients. It is a consultative process whereby the advisor gleans information about the client's wants and tailors a bespoke strategy utilizing appropriate financial products and services. Some of us might need a better idea with terms like financial services, affluent clients, and financial products. So, let's look at a brief meaning of each of these terms. Financial services are services provided by wealth management firms which can be grouped under 3 kinds: investment management, wealth structuring, and banking solutions. Investment management include services like risk analysis, asset allocation, customized investment into products, investment advisory, and research and execution. These provide customized services to the clients based on their risk appetite and accordingly allocate their resources. Wealth structuring services include trust and estate planning and family office services. These services provide solutions for building, preserving, and transferring family wealth and legacy. And banking solutions include personal banking, business banking, and digital solutions for the clients. The next term was affluent clients, which are the target segment for wealth management firms. The first segment is ultra high net worth individuals having net worth greater than 30 million US dollars or around 200 crore rupees. The second segment is high net worth individuals having net worth between 5 million to 30 million US dollars or between 30 crores to 200 crore rupees. The third segment is super affluent having net worth between 1 million to 5 million US dollars or between 7 crore to 30 crore rupees. The third term was financial products, which refer to the investable asset classes used by wealth management firms. Some of those classes are equity, also known as stock markets, bonds, also known as debt markets, real estate, and alternative investment funds, which include investments like private equity and hedge funds. After understanding the meaning of financial services, affluent clients, and financial products, I hope we now have more clarity about the purview of wealth management. Now, let's get into the insights into this industry. Firstly, let's talk about those people who are at the top of the pyramid in our country. These people come from different professions. The first category of people include promoters and business owners of small and medium scale enterprises. A lot of their wealth is known as old money or traditional business. The second category is professionals, lawyers, CAs, and other high net worth individuals with enough wealth that require someone to manage it. Most of their investments go into traditional investments. The third segment is family business people. They are mainly involved in estate planning so as to preserve their wealth for the future generations. This is by no means an exhaustive list and can include Bollywood celebrities and famous sports persons as well. With the increase in number of wealth management firms, some new segments are emerging. First one of which is people having wealth of 50 lakhs or more. These people are offered digital tools to manage their wealth instead of a relationship manager. Another emerging segment is that of working women, which opens up new opportunities for this industry. And lastly, young entrepreneurs who run into sudden money and want to aggressively enhance their wealth. Now, let's have a look at the city-wise distribution of private wealth. The top 4 cities with around 55% of wealth are Mumbai, Delhi, Chennai, and Kolkata. And the top 10 cities have more than 70% of private wealth. Can we think of the major players in the wealth management industry? Let's find out. There are around 45 institutional players in India. The 5 biggest players as per AUM in 2019 are Kotak Wealth, ICICI Bank, IIFL Wealth, Axis Bank and BNP Paribas Wealth. Out of the 10 major players which saw their own wealth swelling in the past years, 6 are domestic players and 4 are foreign players. One interesting aspect is that between 2015 and 19, the domestic players have increased their market share significantly from 60% to around 78%. The third insight is related to the global perspective of wealth management. The global wealth management industry, estimated at around $206 trillion in client assets as of 2018, grew at a 7% CAGR from 2016 to 18 and is expected to grow at a much slower pace of 3% going forward to 2021. In contrast, the wealth management industry in India, estimated at around $2.2 trillion in 2018, grew at a whopping 23% CAGR from 2016 and is poised to continue growing at nearly 3x the global pace at 10% CAGR to 2021 to reach $2.9 trillion. Another interesting aspect is the relative inclination towards asset classes. Indian investors are more keen towards alternative assets which include gold and other precious metals and gems. With some real positive aspects in the industry, there are a lot of opportunities in this market. Demand for private bankers in India has surged in recent times with the emergence of new millionaires. Plus, payoffs are more attractive due to the dearth of quality talent. Indian wealth managers earn as much or even more than their global counterparts. Companies like Kotak and IIFL offer profiles such as business analyst or associate in top B schools. Also, IT companies which design products and services for wealth management firms offer attractive roles to students from various institutes. Let's get into the final insight now and talk about the trends in this industry. As per a report by Knight Frank, over the next 5 years, the highest growth in the ultra-high net worth individual population will take place in India, much above the developed nations. The total Indian HNI's financial assets stand at around $2.2 trillion. Of these, only $1.3 trillion are investable assets. Of these assets, only 15% or around $201 billion is managed by the top 25 wealth managers in India. 85% of the estimated investable assets are still either self-managed or held as promoter stock, leaving a massive scope for formal industry players to continue penetrating the market further. These were the 5 insights into the wealth management industry in India. We talked about the present and emerging market segments. Then we saw the major players in the market and the comparison of Indian market with that of the global market. Also, we talked about the opportunities in the market and some of its future trends. Please let us know in the comment section which of the 5 insights did you find the most interesting. In the end, here's a quote from Warren Buffett, one of the greatest investors of our times. Let's try to understand this quote from the point of view of wealth management. Let us know in the comment section what did you infer from this quote. I hope you liked the video. We will be back with more such videos.